Good morning, this is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com. Welcome to the pre-market game plan for the major futures indices for today and for this week. What we see in the market going on this week. Today, October 23rd, it is Monday. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to begin with the mini Dow that just made a new high, 23,317. And keep in mind that we do have a lot of earnings reports that will be released throughout this week. At one point, Wednesday, we have over 300, and then we continue like this for a very, very strong couple of weeks. Most of the tech stock companies will report this week and next week as well. We do have oil companies that will report. What that means is that we are going to have a lot of activity within the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and even in the mini Dow industrial average. So let's take a look at the technical levels for today and see what we can expect for the week moving higher as well. Obviously, you probably have noticed all the charts are extremely extended on the daily chart. Right now, price action suggests that it may be ready to tackle new highs. We're trading above yesterday's highs and also above last week highs, which means that we may possibly get a continuation of a pattern to the upside. Keep in mind, we are trading into uncharted territories. We do have a lot of tradable voids moving ahead, but you could write these down. These are the following targets that we can expect for the mini Dow moving forward: 23,340, 23,400, and a huge tradable void into 23,580 moving forward. So we can expect for the price, as long as it maintains this uptrend, we may expect the price to continue higher. Take a look at price action right here, and let's see what happened in the overnight trading session. Shallow pullback got bought once again. We did have a rally into Friday's trading session. Obviously, was news related. It was news related. Pullback into the 20-period moving average, and then boom, back to the highs once again. The only tricky part was right here when we had a sharp sell-off in the overnight trading session, and a retracement here into resistance that signaled a short as of this point. But news-related movement continued a little higher. So for this week, we have a strong bias to the upside. If we break the 23,250 area, once again, we may get a correction into the 23,200, 23,100, possibly into the 23,50 area. But all these pullbacks may be buyable at this point. Let's take a look at the S&P 500, and like I've mentioned, we will have a lot of earnings that will come out from the S&P. Not a new high as of yet. 25.76 as of right now is where the price, 77, it's where the price is trading. Support level is 74 and 71. Further projection to the upside for today and for the following week. Target area is going to be 2580, 2584, and once again we have a tradable void all the way to 2600 actually. So if we break above 2580, 2600 is going to be the area where the S&P 500 we will see the projection. So support levels, as you can see here, we have 72 and we have 74. This 72 area is very sustainable. It is a minor area of support. We also have 20-period moving average right there that is just holding really well. Price capturing, forming a pocket, a trampoline from which it can bounce higher. Let's take a look at NASDAQ, and NASDAQ for today continues its sideways pattern. It is the most choppiest pattern, but as well it has defined support resistance. 6100 is the support level. 6125 is resistance all the way into the 28 area. 6130 is going to represent the breakout area, so we will treat this whole range as a breakout area. However, to be on the safe side, we have to take a step back and actually move to higher time frames. So not as much in play small time frames as higher time frames. So we will look at a break, 61 6130 area, as long as the support at 6100 is going to hold. Keep in mind, really wide range, but it is also present onto the daily chart. You could see it right here. This is the range that we are talking about. It's this consolidation. It's also coming from this resistance high from last week, and also we have a new high right here, a 6123 mark last week, and we haven't had a high since then, but we had a sharp sell-off right here. So further continuation and targets to the upside, we will look at 6140, 6150, which is a huge area, and actually a tradable void to 6180, so 68 actually. So very bullish at this point. If we get a pullback, we're going to go back to the hourly chart where we determine our bias for the day. Keep in mind, this is a strong location here that we talked about, but we still can pull back into this area of 6050. So 6050 is going to be the area where we might see another bounce if we should get a correction into that area. Let's take a look at gold at this point, and gold is trending lower, as you can see right here. Huge consolidation in the overnight trading session, the majority. So as you can see here, pretty much from when we opened, from 9 o'clock throughout now. So now is actually the last hour is when we broke down. Keep in mind, we can still hover a little bit to the upside before we fall some more to the downside. Huge support area at 1274, 1275 area right here, and this is coming from a cluster from August, actually August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's a strong congestion. We may look for a continuation to the downside if we break the 1274 all the way into the 1264. So that's about a $10 move to the downside. Let's take a look at oil, and we'll continue to chop a lot of traders into these trades. Very choppy. Not a day trading pattern as of right now. 5175 is the area of support, and 5230 is the area of resistance. Keep in mind that when we take a look on the daily chart, it is trading into these highs right here. So strong resistance at this point. We actually have quite like a triple top formation at this point. So if we break above this area, we may have room to continue higher, which actually we could go towards the high of the year. Keep in mind that the high of the year we're somewhere around $55, so we do have room to continue higher, but we need to break out of this very choppy range. So oil is going to be extremely choppy to trade moving forward from the day trading standpoint. This is all for now. Thanks so much for tuning in. For more trading ideas, make sure you log on to our private Twitter feed, and I hope you all have a very profitable trading day. Right now, new high in E-mini Dow, 23,287. S&P just made a new high, 2574, while NASDAQ is still on the weak side. So keep in mind, chart pattern wise, we are looking for a continuation of the bullish trend.